Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're based out of. This is Sajit Nair, and I have with me Sarika. This is the sixth round of the QuizWiz that we've been hosting for quite a while now. And we've got a partner special today on the account of 10 years of Atlassian Marketplace. We are very excited. We have Alex, Haley, Chris, and Manohar joining us today. Chris has a partner, Loki, as well. So there already might be some points that we would have given him for cuteness, but but that's an amazing panel that we have. We are so lucky that we are able to do this. There's also another quiz, partner special continued tomorrow. Just to shout out people who are here if they want to join in for tomorrow as well. In the interest of time, I am quickly going to share my screen and do spin the wheel. So Chris is going to be the number 4. All right, seems like it's Haley. And it's Manohar. All right, so Chris, Haley, Manohar, and Alex is going to be the order of the quiz. I am going to be disabling the chat feature because I don't want our amazing panelists to get disturbed or start getting some hints from the chat. So I'm just going to do that. Give me a minute. And as soon as the quiz is over, you're going to enable the chat again.
There goes my plan to cheat. I've got my team in the chat feeding me answers.
No. All right, welcome officially once again, gentlemen. Just quickly about your quiz masters. So myself, Sajit, I work as an agile enabler and a storyteller, a consultant by day, musician by night. I consider myself that. I am the community leader for Delhi Gurgaon. Sarika, quickly for your introduction.
Hi everyone, myself Sarika Dalal, and I'm really feeling very good, Sajid, today that we thought about this type of event. We have not thought about this when we thought about QuizWiz. That is really going interesting day by day. I feel we have so many things that we are planning. So I hope you all are going to enjoy this session with us, and welcome everybody.
Thank you, Sarika. Before we move on, let's quickly have an introduction from our amazing panelists as well. Let's start from you, Alex.
Sure. So my name's Alex Ortiz. I'm mainly a Jira consultant, just helping companies around the world with their Jira problems. I got a small YouTube channel where I focus on Jira content that's growing, halfway to monetization there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Agile, Jira, the whole Atlassian suite. I'm in it like 12, 14 hours a day. Hopefully it pays the bill. So
awesome.
I'm in San Diego, California as well. So
awesome. Thank you, Alex. Chris.
Hello, my name's Chris Cook, CEO of Old Street Solutions. I am a big fan of Alex's YouTube channel. I recommend you check it out. It's fantastic. I don't use Jira or Confluence very much, but I hire some really smart people that do. And so they set me up for this quiz just so they can laugh at me how ignorant I am about the Atlassian space. So wish me luck. Yeah, we make some apps, custom chats for Jira. They make Jira really easy to use for people that aren't technical, such as myself.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Haley.
Hey all, morning. I am here in Sydney, Australia. It's 1 a.m. right now, so I should have a points advantage too. And yeah, I am a marketer with a company called Easy Agile. So we make apps for Atlassian's Jira as well. And very similar to Chris, try and make it simple and intuitive for everyone who's using those platforms or that platform. So yeah, a bit about me, but really glad to be here.
Awesome. Thank you, Haley. And finally, Manohar.
Hey everyone, good to be here. This is Manohar Gurley, and I'm the co-founder and CTO of Trundle. Been building Trundle for like last 8 years. Very delighted to be part of this vibrant ecosystem and just loving everything everybody does. And we're trying to contribute whatever we can to this community and just make some money out of it. So, all right, good luck to everybody.
Awesome. Thank you for that, gentlemen and ladies. Let's move on to the quiz details. And with that, we begin with the first question. Chris, this is for you, the general category, the first question. Dash is an afterthought that is occurring post a text has been written and signed. The term comes from a Latin word meaning written after. which may be interpreted as that which comes after writing. It may be a sentence or occasionally many paragraphs, often hastily or incidentally, after the signature of a letter or the main body of essay or book. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so it's PS. I think that stands for postscript or postscriptum. My Latin isn't as good as it used to be.
That is the perfect answer. Postscript or PS that we write at the end of a letter. 10 points to Chris. Sarika.
That's the only point I'll get in this quiz. Now I can relax with my beer. Thank you.
No, so you'll get enough chances. So we'll have four questions, actually 8 questions from the general category before we move on, and we have 8 questions dedicated from the Atlassian category. Since Chris got the question right, he gets 10 points, and we move on to the next question to Haley. Haley, this is your question. In 2013, a band achieved a Guinness World Records title after becoming the first musical act to play a concert on all the 7 continents of Earth. This band played to a small crowd of 120, a mixture of scientists and fans, the latter of whom had won a competition to see their heroes play. Name this famous band founded in 1981 in Los Angeles. The first band to ever play on all the 7 continents and got their Guinness World Records for it.
There a hint in the question, like the last show I watched about the band? Other from all the other. From
So
the
the image is actually a screen grab from the concert.
Oh. Okay.
I went on to YouTube, saw the
That's-
concert, took a screen grab.
I'm gonna say based on the location and that date, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Not Red Hot Chili Peppers. We move on, Manohar.
Very bad at keeping up with music, and especially the ones that started before I was even born. So
Oh, this is a very famous band. Like, it's a very famous band. That's why I've written in this famous band.
all right, so I'll go with it. Maybe AC/DC.
Not AC/DC. Good guess. I'm pretty sure Haley would have known if it was AC/DC. Alex.
If I have to take a guess, I'm going with U2.
Not U2.
That makes
That's
the
a
most
good
sense
guess.
though. They're like the most.
It does. It does.
They're
I have a
Irish,
feeling
aren't they?
you'll get it.
Yeah, but still, they're very much like promoting a bunch of different love around the world.
Yeah. Chris.
So in classic quiz show fashion, because I don't know the answer, I'm going to explain everyone else why their answers were wrong. So it can't be AC/DC because they're Australian. Can't be U2 because they're Irish. 81 LA. I'm leaning towards Aerosmith, but they seem like more Middle America than LA. Too early for Pearl Jam, too late for the Eagles.
Chris knows his music history. I'm impressed.
I'm gonna go Aerosmith, knowing I'm probably wrong.
Not Aerosmith. So since all 4 of you did not get it, I'm going to give a hint, and then we'll restart it from Haley again. Haley, but this time the question becomes for 5 points. All right. This band is one of the big 4 of metal. So there are big 4s, So this is one of the big 4 of the metal or the thrash metal genre. It's a very famous band. I'm saying it again.
Metal band. It's not my genre. Okay. Is it Korn? That's the only band I remember.
It's not Korn, and Korn is not part of the big 4 of metal.
I didn't think so.
They should be. They're
It
part
should
of my
be.
big 4.
Manohar.
All right, I'm gonna get another guess. So you said heavy metal, Metallica? No.
That is the right answer. Metallica. The big 4 of metal. I thought everybody would get it. But so this was the album art. It was called Antarctica, Freeze Them All. and an amazing concert. If you guys want to go check it out, great crack. MG gets 5 points. Since MG gave the answer, we move on to Alex for the next question. Alex, this is your question.
I think the hint would have been they played in a jail cell for these people, because that would have instantly told me it was Metallica.
Every good
there's
band
so
has
many-
been in a jail cell at some
Have
point.
they though? Saint Anger was low key a good song.
Oh man, there were so many hints that I could have given, but I just chose to say, okay, if you know Big Four of Metal, I was thinking about putting Lars' name there. Then I said,
Yeah.
all right, okay.
I was thinking Metallica, but I could have sworn they were from the Bay Area, not from LA.
No,
Yeah,
they're from
that's
LA.
true. I mean, like even I thought so. I thought they were from San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm
somehow.
like, I was like, I swear they're from the Bay.
All right, so Alex, moving on. This is your question for 10 points.
Ooh,
In Game of
the one
Thrones,
show I don't watch.
oh, Talisa Mager was a healer working on the battlefield of War of Five Kings. She claimed to be from the free city of Volantis. Talisa and Rob marry and she becomes a star. In season 3, she and her unborn child are later on killed. Actually, in the original books of Songs of Ice and Fire, no character named Talisa appears. Now comes the main question. This person who's actually shown in the screen grab as well, her name is Una Dash, right? Who played the character, has another claim to fame, easily given away by her name. That's the reason I have removed her surname from this question. You can either give me the surname or why else was she famous when she did the show.
Man, my Game of Thrones knowledge is definitely not where it needs to be.
I love that Chris has put Chris Loves Gone. Their
Let's see.
rendition, just FYI, by Alex Things, their rendition of Another Brick in the Wall is one of the best renditions I've ever heard of that song.
I don't think I've heard it. I'll check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, please. So it's something that I'm usually, when I'm running in the gym, I'll put that on, and then I'm like,
If I get no more points in this quiz, at least I'll have that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess here because I'm gonna just say she's like a witch.
oh, not a witch. So her last name is the answer. So
No,
not
I know,
a witch.
but the other part that you said, like how she
Yeah.
came to fame or whatever, I'm like, I have
Yes,
no idea.
yeah. Her
I
last
never made
name
it past
is her-
episode 1. I couldn't
man.
get past episode 1 of Game of Thrones.
So her
have
last name
something to
is
do this
her
summer.
claim to fame. So not a witch, but that's all right. We move on. Chris.
Yeah, I don't know, so I won't take up too much of your time. Mandela.
Not Mandela. But yeah, the good track. Famous person. Haley. I
Singer?
have a feeling Manohar knows this. Sorry?
Singer?
No, not a singer.
No.
Manohar?
Oh man.
Oh, you don't
Can't even-
know.
No, it's, that's what I'm like wondering. Like, oh, just everything flushed out,
Alright.
I guess.
That's fine.
I
If you
pass.
don't know, I'll give a hint. Or do you want to take a guess?
No, I'll pass.
All right. So since all four of you have done it, so I'm going to give a hint to Chris and make this question a 5-pointer. So Chris,
That's to me, no?
obviously, sorry, it's for Alex, right? Yes, yes.
Not
sorry,
that I'll know
Alex.
after the hint, anyways.
You might. So the hint that I would give you is, yes, Chris was on the right track. A famous person. So think of a famous person whose last name could be this person's last name, Una's last name. That person was an actor from the one of the best. Like when he used to act, he didn't even need words. He was that good of an actor.
Oh man, the only actors that I know are Mexican actors, and that's Cantinflas, so that ain't gonna be the answer there. Chaplin? Was it Charlie
That's
Chaplin?
right.
Yes.
Exactly. So Una is actually daughter of Charlie Chaplin. Her name is Una Chaplin. She's a granddaughter of
I can't believe
Charlie
I got
Chaplin.
5 points. I pulled out of nowhere. I reached that for that one.
5 points to Alex for that great answer. So with that, we move on to Chris for the next question in the order. Chris, this is your question for 10 points. In 1919, two brothers, Adolf and Rudolf, found a company called Gebruder Dassler or GIDA. Despite the complex political climate in that era, it became a success. In 1948, over 30 years of working together, they shuttered GIDA, separated, and started their own companies in 48 and 49. Now famously, this is a story. This caused a divide in their town as one of the factory was on to the south and the other factory was on north. Since they were the biggest employees there, their employees used to have fights and avoided speaking to each other. They patronized separate bars, bakeries, and barber shops as well. Name the two companies for which this is the origin story. If you give me one, I'll give you part points.
1919.
So 1919 was the parent company, Gebruder Dassler. And then 1948 and 49 is when they found those separate companies for themselves instead of working together as a brothers.
1919. I mean, it's a factory. It's got to be manufacturing. It's got to be a car. I'll go with Mercedes.
So two names, two companies actually. But
yeah. So you've got Mercedes and Daimler.
no, not Mercedes and Daimler. We move on. Haley?
I had the exact same thoughts. I was going to say Mercedes and Volkswagen.
So, no, but because if Chris was right, I would have given him 5 points. So I'll still give you another chance.
Is it
German company. Yeah.
BMW?
Not BMW. Alex.
No.
Oh, sorry, Manohar, right? Last is Alex.
Yes, I'm last.
Oh man, Chris and Haley just took those three answers that I had in my mind. Those are the only options that I was thinking. Definitely, it must be something from manufacturing, for sure. Sure, if it's 1948.
1948 and 1949.
Right. So it's almost like kind of at the end of post-World War. So
I think it was post. The 1945 was the end.
yeah. It's no clue, man.
All right, we'll pass it on. Alex, do you want to take a guess?
Right. So it can't. I don't want to say it's a car company, but the only companies I know that are German are car companies. I almost want to say it's a clothing company, but I can't think of any clothing companies out of Germany. So of the names that haven't been mentioned, I want to say Porsche and Audi.
Not Porsche and Audi. So Alex was on the right track. I'll give a hint and then we'll start again from you, Chris.
All right.
And the question becomes a 5-pointer question. Alex was on the right track. It's not car. It's actually a apparel company.
Okay.
Or apparel company.
I think I've got it then.
Right?
Is that the hint?
Oh.
And I'll give you another hint. So the people from that town where they were known as the town of bent necks in that era, because they used to look down to look at clearly identify which the person, whether they were from one company or the other company. It was called the town of bent necks. That is your hint.
I think I got the answer, but not sure if I'm gonna get the turn here.
Okay, bro. I know one of them. If you give me the other one, I'll share the points with you. 50.
2.5 points now.
Yeah, 2.5 points.
I'd just like to announce that Manohar has acquired Chris, and we're going to converge our points together. That's what happens in the Atlassian ecosystem, right?
Wow.
Look, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Adidas.
And the second name?
So it's not Nike because they're American, right? Oh, why is this so hard? Why is it so hard? Puma?
Adidas and Puma is the right answer.
That was
That
nuts.
comes from-
How did I get that?
Is the origin story of how two brothers found the most rival companies in sports apparel, Adidas and Puma. So if you read the names correctly, actually it gives you a hint. Adolf Dassler and Rudolf Dassler. So they combined, and Gebruder Dassler basically means brothers Dassler. And that's how, in 1948, they used to have one company making shoe. So the full name was Gebruder Dassler Schuhkorf or something in German. Sports shoe fabric. Yes, I think sports shoe fabric. That's what the full name was before they, went separate ways and got two of the amazing sneaker making companies out there. With that, Chris gets both of the 5 points, not hard points. And Chris moves on. So with that, we come to the end of the first round of the general category and we move on to the first round of the Atlassian trivia. Since Chris answered the question, the first question will be to Haley. Haley, we move on to the ecosystem question. But before Sarika comes and explains how we are going to do this, let me quickly move on to this category. Sarika?
Sure, Sajid. Yes. So I hope first round is a little bit difficult for everyone. So let's move on the specific marketplace question. So yeah, we can start with. Can you change the slide? Yes.
Yeah.
So in the round one, we are going to talk about marketplace category. So we all know every app which we build that will solve one of a problem, right? So we are in this round will show you an image, and you have to think which category and which problem it is going to solve. So you can see a image there. In that you can see a graph, a chart. So if you will see, you have to think what category it can be. So here the category is charts and diagram.
So this
Okay,
basically
so
was
like
a
that
sample so you to understand
this
this
is
is
a
the kind of
category,
question. Right. So if
So
this is a
same,
category, the name is charts and diagrams.
Yes. So you have to
And this is an
imagine
actual
what.
category on the marketplace. So we've only taken the
It's
actual
the only one I
category.
know, but never mind.
You would wonder why we would put this if the guys from Old Street Solutions are in the attendees panel. All right. So Haley, shall we begin? Are you ready? Do you understand? All right. So Sarika, over to you.
Ready.
Sure. Can you? Yeah. So Haley, this is a question for you. So you have to guess the category name here.
Is that charts and diagrams?
Sorry?
Charts and diagrams?
No. It's not.
Not charts and diagrams. Manohar?
It's definitely reporting. Sure. It's not charts and diagrams. EasyBI?
Can
Sorry?
you say again, Manu?
EasyBI?
No, you have
not
to
easy
think
BI.
about the
Yeah.
category. Yeah.
Not the app itself, but the category. That's why we showed you the sample question. So the category of those apps, which is represented in the Atlassian marketplace with this image.
Reporting?
No, it's not reporting. So
Alex?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. I've never once looked at those categories. I just usually put the name custom charts install. Let's
10
see.
points for Alex. Well done.
I know, right? Yeah.
You get 10 Old Street points. I don't know if they're valid in this quiz, but
Let's see. The only thing that comes to mind is a product, kind of like what Manohar was saying. but I honestly wouldn't even be able to guess a category other than tools would be my category.
Which tools?
Based on that picture, I get a very lucid chart, very what's the other one?
Microsoft Paint.
No, there's the other one that's really draw.io. So diagramming tools.
No.
Not diagramming tools. Move on, Chris.
I've never checked the categories.
See, that's the
It would
goal.
be so helpful if we knew what the categories we even were.
Should I go then? I don't think I know it, so I'll just get it wrong quickly so someone else has a chance. Is it design?
That is the right answer. This is the design tools category. If you
Like
look at
a
the
broken
pencil, if you look
clock,
at the
I am
design,
occasionally right. Wow.
And
We gotta
Alex
go
was
partial.
right.
We
Alex
gotta go
was
partial
right.
credit for.
Yeah, Alex was right, but technically that's not the category name because there are non-diagramming tools that are available in this category as well, like refined or advanced tables of Confluence. So these are the design tools that are there on the Atlassian marketplace. So 10 points to Chris. I think the beer is really helping. There's something special in that beer. 10 points to Chris, and we move on to the next question to Haley. Haley, once again, this is your question.
So security.
Not security.
Not security, okay.
Next, Manohar.
Months and months. It has bugs and then it's on the roadmap.
I'm back, team.
Yeah.
My
I think
laptop got
that's
stuck.
We don't know the answer anymore now.
And take a guess, Angie.
Probably I would say road mapping.
Not road mapping. Moving on, Alex.
I just want to say bug tracking.
Not exactly the name of the category, but because this is the second time, I'm going to give you another chance. Do you want to say another
So
official name?
can I ask, was one of those two words at least in the category name?
No, you cannot.
All right, so there's clearly a bug in here. I don't know what Atlassian would categorize their, and it wasn't security, which I initially thought security. Defect management.
Not
That almost feels like
defect
it's the whole tool
management.
itself.
We move
I'm
on
out.
to Chris, and I'm getting a feeling Chris is again going to go.
Yeah,
for the
Chris is
kill.
coming in with the sweep.
I'm feeling confident here. I don't know why. I could be wrong. It's like QA. Does it say QA testing or just QA? Anyway, yeah. I think it's QA testing, if I had to guess.
Sarika, what do you want to do? Sarika, you there?
I was the closest.
The official conveyor of the Atlassian round of quiz category. Can she hear me? I don't know if Sarika can hear me. It's her call to give the points if she has to divide because there are no hints. Sarika, can you hear us?
Hints.
Not
Man,
in
next
this
time you
category.
guys-
It's all visual.
Next time you guys gotta give us like a list of like range of Jira to kind of focus and narrow in on.
Oh,
for
imagine
Atlassian.
the amount of work Sarika and I have to put in to get these
I
questions
know.
every time, new categories. So,
Imagine the
Sarika,
amount of work. We need to know everything about Atlassian.
So Sarika, Chris
Uh,
said QA and Alex said defect management. What do you want to
Oh,
do?
nice.
Is there a hint that we have?
Both. We'll give
Sorry?
5 points. Yeah, we'll give 5 points to both of them.
Test management.
Yeah, all right. We can do that. We can give 5 points to Chris and 5 points to Alec because the answer is test management, as MG correctly pointed out. Because of
Just
the
an
bug.
update,
And
Sajid,
High
I
five,
think
Chris.
I'm having some
Sorry?
issues in my laptop now. I'm having some issues in my laptop. I'm rejoining this call.
sure. No worries. I'll continue the fight for you. So Chris gets 5 points and Alex gets 5 points. Because Sarika is not here, give me a second so that I can note those down so that we do not miss those points when she comes back in. Alex, 5.
You know what I'm going to be
Yes.
paying a lot of attention to after this, right? Every time I install an app, it's going to be what category were you?
Great. So since both Alex and Chris got 5 points, we'll move on to Haley. And Haley, you get the question again. This is your question, Haley. Which category is this? Take a minute, look at it closely, think about it.
But you only got 90 seconds.
Yes.
Take your time.
Sorry?
Oh gosh. Oh, this is very tricky.
Chris is
Was it like
cheating.
Editing,
Sorry?
editing,
Not editing.
tools.
Not editing tools. We move on. MG?
Or sure, something to do with Confluence. All pages tagged.
I think Sarika is back.
Publishing.
Not publishing. Alex?
So the apps that come to mind here are going to be stuff like connectors to like Word and just like external document editing. So I'm just going to go with document editing and hopefully I get partial credit again.
All right. We might give you partial points, but we go on to Chris for again the steal somehow.
So I think I can get it closer.
Ooh.
If you get closer, you get all the full points.
So I think it's
You get the
documentation.
exact name. Sarika.
You want documentation tools? Is that exacta?
Oh man.
That is correct. Documentation is a correct word.
Yeah, so it's technically
We'll give 10
document
points to
management,
Chris. Yeah.
but we'll give 10 points to Chris because it's document management.
Document editing was closer than documentation.
I'm happy to share the points with Alex again. I'm a communist at heart. It's fine.
We'll give 2.5 to Alex and 7. So 3 to Alex and 7.
You
7 to
you
Chris.
see why I said publishing. You know the scroll viewpoint is there. Damn.
But I had
All the add-ons
one
are there.
word.
Like,
I
you
had
guys are getting the
document.
add-ons correctly, but not the category.
Oh,
I had one over 2 words.
that shows we never looked to the left side of the marketplace. We just
I know,
looked at
that's what
the-
I'm saying, man. I never
No,
looked that
this is
far.
actually not there. If you open the marketplace for the first time, right up front, you'll see these images in the categories. So, Sarika, let's give 7 points to Chris for the exact name and 3 to Alex because, as usual, he was again right there but didn't know the exact name.
Sure.
And,
sure.
I'm gonna
did
win
you-
this on pity points.
Did you take on the points for the last question, Sarika?
Not for the first question. I have to.
No, the previous one when we were talking about
I
the
pointed
test
at-
management.
Points to
Yeah.
right?
Chris
Yes,
got
5
10.
points to Chris and 5 points to Alex for test management.
What about first question, Sajid? First question, who answered?
So that was answered by Chris, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Chris is like on fire here. Chris is
Yeah,
like
and that,
downplaying
that's
this
also
whole.
in the Atlassian category. Sarika, if your
I've
videos-
been
your
underestimated
videos-
my whole life, baby. That's my wild card, my superpower right there.
Sarika, your video is breaking. I think that's why your audio is breaking as well. You might want to turn your video off, then it will work, probably. I think. All right, it's working now. All right, so the last question, since again, part steal by Chris and Alex. We move on to the final category. Again, Haley, this is your chance. Fourth question, back to back.
Ooh.
Which category is this?
And this is little bit difficult, I think, Sajid.
I think so.
Tiny bit. Tiny bit difficult.
I don't even know what that picture means.
Gonna take a guess, Haley?
Is this macros?
No,
I don't know.
macros is not a category. We'll move on, Manohar.
Thinking coding, shipping, something of that sorts. Probably code management. Is there something of that sort?
No, not code management. Alex?
I'm in
Feature
between.
management.
I'm in between two. I can't make up my mind. My gut reaction, and it's the one I'm gonna go with, is release management.
Good guess, but not release management.
Do I get partials again?
No, this time you don't. Chris?
I don't know, but I'm glad Alex didn't know too. So. I'm gonna guess for approval management.
Not approval management. So, Sarika, do you want to just give out the answer, because I don't know what the hint could this be, or do you want to tell the names of the apps itself which fall in this category?
That'd be a good hint.
Yeah, an app.
Okay.
Can we just yell it out?
I just want to give a small hint if we can catch. So we can see there are two sides. First, the tickets are coming, and the second side, the right signal is right icon is there. So think something. I don't want to use the exact name.
Yeah. So 5-pointer question, Haley. Back to you. If you could crack, that's a good hint from actually Sarika. And just to add on to that, I think I might give you just the name of one of the apps in this category as well, which can probably help you.
Probably won't.
So the apps in this category are file field attachment and document field extension for Jira Service Management, customer tools for service management, SLA time and report, intercom for Jira, chat for Jira Service Management.
Is it build management?
No, not build management. We'll quickly
That was gonna be
go
my
on.
second option.
Manohar, this is a little tricky.
I would say support and service level management. Service level management.
Okay, we'll hold off on that. Alex?
Customer service or customer support.
Ah, that's it. This time Alex hits it right on the nail. It is customer support.
Yeah, as soon as you started mentioning SLAs and stuff, I'm like, this is straight up customer.
But by the way, for the Atlassians watching, this is great feedback for how well your graphics represent what you're trying to. If it takes a room full of experts 10 minutes to guess, I'd redo the graphic. That's all I'm saying.
Perfect.
Just get rid of the
That's-
graphics and use the word.
This was nowhere close to
Give us
that.
the word.
Yeah. I was always thinking feature management or something like that.
When we are preparing this question, okay, this is also there. That also we can use. So whenever we'll view any screen, I will just keep it for my repository. Okay, this question I can use in future. So yeah, it is going interesting for us as well.
Yes. So 10 points to Alex for that. Oh, 5 points actually
5
to
points,
Alex.
right?
for
Five,
that.
yeah, you got me.
5 points to
I'm
Alex.
close to
for that
catching up
great
to Chris.
answer. Yes.
My objective today was to annihilate
We are-
Chris.
we are at the halfway mark, we'll quickly go on because from here the quiz becomes a little easier, to be very honest. And since Alex gave the answer, we move on to Chris again for the first question of the general category. Chris, back to you. This is your first question. Guess the country by the emoji.
What?
Yep.
New Zealand or Wales?
Come on, international travel star that you are. You just finished the world tour.
Yeah, that's true, but I didn't
Did you
see
see
many
any
sheep.
sheep anywhere? Did you see clouds with rain in them?
Yeah, lots. I'm gonna go for Wales.
Not Wales. Haley?
I would go Ireland. I don't know if
Sorry?
there's sheep there, but it rains Ireland.
Which island?
There's only one. No?
The actual country called Ireland.
IRE.
The only one.
No.
Just an
Manoj.
island, general island.
I'll do New Zealand.
Not New Zealand. Alex?
I was hoping somebody would have got it by now because I have no idea. I'm in between two, but I think there would have been better pictures for these countries. And full disclosure, I've never left the USA, so I don't know what's outside the USA. All I know is that it's got to be somewhere where it rains a lot, apparently, and sheep. So
You
I
guys
am
are thinking of me as a very, way too intellectual that I am. You think literally.
I think the hint's gonna have to be continent, but I'm gonna go with Switzerland. Although I think
Not
this icon could have
Switzerland.
been cheap. I mean,
Not
cheese,
Switzerland,
chocolate.
not Switzerland, not Switzerland. So,
I'm gonna need a hint. So one of your
Yeah.
famous hints.
So the hint that I would give is, again, you're thinking very intellectually about where you can find a ship or where you can find clouds. Literally look at them and maybe think of something because I actually don't have a very good hint. I don't want to give away the name.
You could do
Okay.
a continent. That'll narrow it down to which part of the world
yeah.
it's in.
Do you guys want that hint?
Yes, please.
I'm thinking if
Yeah,
I could
I
give
would never get a
something
chance to answer
else.
this, man.
I'm thinking if I can give you. Okay, I'll give you the hint. It's in Middle East. Okay, let's say that.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Bahrain.
Oh, isn't it coming to me?
Yeah, so
Bahrain
Chris
is
is
the right answer.
Oh, sorry. Should I say Bahrain?
oh,
That
that's
was
what you
the
meant by
point.
that's what you meant by we were thinking too literal.
Yes.
we gotta bring this down to like kindergarten level.
Exactly. That's my level. That's where I thrive.
That's where I'm winning, bro. I like this level. Let's keep it.
No, Tesla's rigged.
All right.
Two more
5
beers and I'll be
points
drawing in crayons. Let's do it. So.
5 points to Chris, Sarika. And we move on to Haley to the next question. Haley, this is your question. Guess this country by the emoji.
Oh, okay.
Somebody that passes a lot of wind.
Oh.
Emoji.
It's a well-known country.
Definitely.
No idea.
All right.
Pass.
Manor.
Hmm. What do you even call this emoji?
You know, right?
I'm thinking about what even what's the representation of this? No, cannot connect even those paths.
All right. Alex.
It's easy. These 4 icons here adequately describe the United States of America. We got #1 truck exporter in the world. We are obviously the A team in the world.
No.
Dang it.
I'd like to give Alex one of my points just for that guess alone.
Look, when you look at this, how can you not think of an American?
Yeah, no, that was my second guess. But my third guess is Mad Gas Car.
That is the right answer.
Okay, this is. You're gonna
Yeah.
for this next round.
The Mad Gas Car. That is the right.
My whole
answer.
life's education has been preparing for this moment. Like, wow.
10 points to Chris, and we move on to Haley once again. Haley, this is your question. By the way, the hint to the previous question, I was about to say that it was a movie by DreamWorks. I had no other idea of how to mention Madagascar.
I just said I like to move it.
Exactly, yeah, right. Haley, okay, coming back.
No. 2 a.m. Brain's not working good. Pass.
All right, Manohar. You wanna pass? You wanna take a guess?
Can't think of anything.
Okay, then move on. Alex.
I'm thinking. I gotta put my Chris hat on because apparently these are just phonetically sounded out, and I don't know what these are phonetically sounding out. Rowier, but I can't think of any country that starts with Rowier.
Not
I'm assuming that's
Rowier.
in here.
Not
Wait,
Rowier.
I'm thinking outside.
Oh, you're
I'm
thinking out loud. Go ahead, please go ahead.
I'm going through my process, okay?
I wish there was a country called Rowier.
I know. All I can think about is Johnny Depp because of that dumb trial that's been going on. So I just imagine Depp rowing. But maybe I got nothing. I'm going to pass too.
All right, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Come on, Chris, give it to us.
Chris, you set the standard pretty high.
I'm really glad Alex guessed Rowier because that would have been my guess. You know, there's always a country in Africa you haven't heard of, right? No, what's he doing? Paddler, Boatia, Botia,
Oh.
Lakia, the boy, Ore. No, sorry, nothing.
Okay, so you want to pass?
Yes, please.
All right. Chris passes. We come back to Haley. Haley, the hint is that it is a southeastern European country. All right. And known for the forested region of Transylvania.
Ooh. Slovenia. Hungary? I don't know.
Not Hungary.
I knew that was wrong.
Don't forget that you still have to connect it with the image.
Yes.
He's hungry after rowing so much.
Oh man.
No, man.
That's all I got.
I still nothing rings.
So, Manohar, do you want to guess?
Nothing
No?
rings,
Okay.
man.
Alex,
Romania.
that is right.
But how? Please
Because you're
explain
rowing
this
in
to
your
me.
Romania.
Ear.
What?
Man ear.
Ear.
I think I need a little bit more hair or
Rowing
something.
man, right? Rowing man,
That was a
rowing man, ear.
stretch, bro. And I speak as the expert of this round. That was a
The
stretch.
expert in this category.
Yeah, the problem is, we are at the 6th round because first 5 were very literal. Now it's going to be a little stretchy as we go.
I need a few more
but
beers
that is-
before that makes sense.
That is-
Transylvania
okay,
gave it
yeah.
to me. I knew it was one of
Yeah,
those.
so Transylvania
countries
was the hint. If you knew Dracula, you know Transylvania, then you know.
I thought Transylvania was like a fake place.
I know, I thought it was a fake too, but
The people of Transylvania are very offended right now.
Hotel Transylvania. To be very honest, until I saw Hotel Transylvania, even I thought that. Then I googled it and I'm like, okay, Transylvania is a place.
you're just a DreamWorks kind of guy, aren't you?
I'd like to sincerely apologize to our Transylvanian listeners. Like, no offense meant. You are famous for Vlad the Impaler and vampires. We do not want to offend you as a group, please. No,
Yes.
How dangerous.
Oh man. Okay, great crack by Alex. Sarika, 5 points to Alex. We move on to Chris for the fourth question of this round. Fittingly, somehow it's coming to Chris this time. Chris, this is your question.
It's Wales.
Yeah, so I was just thinking when we were starting, Chris guessed Wales, and it comes to Chris again to say, I was just about to give the answer to the next question, but no, I didn't. So yeah, it's right. 10 points to Chris for Wales. Great.
That was
Crack.
too easy for Chris.
Yeah, no,
was
that was
easy
so
for
out
me.
there.
Right?
That was easy.
When we were in the first question, he actually said Wales, and I'm like,
That's right. Yeah,
said
yeah.
Wales. That's a question later on. So all right,
That was
that's
too
10
obvious.
points.
No, obviously, that was definitely yes.
All right, Sarika. With that, we come back to the second round of the Atlassian ecosystem questions, where we are going to talk about Atlassian Marketplace trivia. Since Chris
Sure,
gave the answer, we go to Haley
10
for
points to
the
Chris,
first question. Yes, for the first question, Chris is the person who gets 10 points. And Haley, this is your next question for the Atlassian ecosystem category. There you go.
Yes. So, 2022 is the 10th year anniversary of Atlassian Marketplace, in which year did Atlassian itself celebrated its 10th anniversary?
Time to do some math.
2006. Well,
Sorry?
some maths.
No, so I was saying time to do some math if you know when was Atlassian founded.
I don't, but I was going to guess 2006. Oh, sorry, 2016 is when they would have celebrated their 10th anniversary.
Not
No.
2016. We move on, Manohar.
Okay.
It's 2012.
That's right. 2012 was when Atlassian celebrated their 10th anniversary, when they got their $100 million in revenue as well. 10 points to Manohar. We move on to Alex for the next question. Alex, this is your question.
In which year did Atlassian opens the Bangalore, India office? Coincidentally, this is the same year Opsgenie joined the Atlassian family.
Opsgenie is official under the name Opsgenie, not an acquisition yet.
No, Opsgenie joined the Atlassian family as the name.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's got to be. Dang, I'm always between two answers, but I'm gonna say 2019.
Not 2019. Chris?
I'm just sad Alex has stopped telling me the two answers because my default mode is to guess his other one and win.
The other one, I gotta keep something under wraps. Can't make it easy for you.
I'm gonna go 2016.
Not 2016 either. So, is there a hint, Sarika? Do you want to give a hint? Or do you want to just tell the answer and move on?
I think I do. I not have any hint actually for this.
Yeah, so for a year, I don't think there's a possibility.
I think
do you-
Manohar
do you-
knows.
MG, do you want to?
I don't know if I'm gonna get the points, but it's 2018.
That's right. But yeah, you won't get the point because we moved on. And there actually isn't a way in which we could do that. But yeah, 2018 is when Atlassian opened their Bangalore office. Since nobody got the question right, we move on to, I think, Haley again. That's where we started the question. No, Alex, right? We started from Alex.
Yeah.
Started at Alex.
All right. So, Alex, this is your question.
Oh, great.
Which of the below apps is not part of Adaptivist family? So this all are the apps that we are mentioning. You have to pick the app which is not related with Adaptivist.
You guys couldn't have just put custom chart for Jira in here, right?
Just checking. Do you mean currently or historically?
Currently.
Currently. And there might be more than one answer. So if you give me one or two, or if you think three, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with one status page and encryption from Jira. Both of those.
Sorry, one status page and
One status page.
Encryption for Jira
so
and
okay,
one status.
we'll take one answer because otherwise
You said give me one or many.
yeah, if you see the problem with that is if we do not give you
partially
points for
correct.
that, yeah, then
Then,
the next person gets an advantage.
And in the end, last two options will be there.
Right, so the person automatically gets it.
I know.
So, all right, well, okay. What we can do is give me two options, and we'll just freeze it and just go on.
All right, I'm sticking with my two gut ones. So one status page and encryption for Jira.
Okay, and we move on. Chris, give me two options. I'm not telling if Alex is right or wrong, or one is right or one is wrong.
Okay.
Well, Chris, while you're thinking about this, I did have a client recently ask me, and they're like, "Hey, we're thinking of engaging with Adaptivist. They're charging them $100,000 to do something."
Yeah. Okay.
It's so expensive.
Cool story, bro. I worked for Adaptivist for 3 years, so.
then you should absolutely know the answer,
yeah.
bro.
Why do you think I'm talking a big game? Because I don't know the answer to this bloody question, and I'm humiliated. Oh, wow.
Whoever person gives me both the correct answers, we'll stop them. Until then, we'll keep on going.
Okay, I'm going to go for Kanoa checklist for Jira and one status page.
Okay. Haley?
I'm going to go translate field options for Jira
Okay.
and encryption for Jira.
All right. Manohar?
I'll go with checklist for Jira and one status page.
Wow. Sarika?
Can I rephrase mine?
No, sadly, I think we just move on with the question, right? Literally, nobody got the answer right.
Yes. Then what we should do?
Well, you
We
should
should
tell us
just-
the answer.
Yeah, we'll
It's
tell you the
like-
answer. The answer is Power Admin for Jira and extension for Jira Service Management, which is
I think
Command
Heli
Fire
used.
or
I think Heli
What?
said extension for Jira Service Management. Right?
I bloody knew it was Power Admin for Jira.
No,
I've
no,
even
hey,
recognized the. I know the logo in my head, but Alex distracted me with his wily ways.
Haley,
And
like,
did
you
you
man,
mention
know
Power
how
Admin
I
for
sounded
Jira?
so
You're in the
convincing.
lead.
He went
I
with
have
me.
You're in the lead. I
Too
have to do what I
distracting.
can.
Good work. Good work, Alex.
I got a
Haley,
handicap
did you
I'd like to
mention
apologize
extension
to-
for JSM. I'm sorry if I missed that.
I'd like to apologize to Adaptivist. I didn't learn much in my 3 years working with you, clearly. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So since
I
nobody
think
got
Heli said right extension for Jira Service Management.
I can't remember, to be honest.
no,
She
so
did,
I think
yes.
she said what she did.
No,
No,
she
right?
said one of mine.
I think she said encryption for Jira.
I think I said encryption. I said
Yeah.
encryption.
Encryption for
Yeah.
Jira. Sorry, go.
Yes.
Oh, come
Nobody-
on, give Haley a
nobody-
point. Like,
Give me
she's
a
up at
point.
1 in the
I've got
morning.
one.
Come on.
Exactly. I thought I
Again, Haley, we move on since nobody gets this question. There's still a couple more questions left, guys,
Yeah.
and
Make
since
it
nobody
come
got the question,
We can add one bonus question in the end to cover this.
yeah, we do this. We have two more questions after this round as well. Since nobody got this, we move on to Alex again for the next question. Alex, let's talk about AppFire family now.
Which of the below app is not part of AppFire family?
It's a
So-
trick question. During this call, they've all been quiet.
Yes, as of this call on 26th May 9:35 p.m. IST, which of these apps is not part of AppFire family?
guys.
We are going to
No
do
idea.
the same thing unless anybody gives
Okay.
me both the right answers.
All right.
We'll take
All right, I'm
option
taking these then because process of what U.S. elementary state testing taught me is Agile Poker and Agile Scrum Planning Poker. Because they're
All
both
right.
the same.
Chris?
No, I know that's true because I thought it was nuts that they acquired both. Although, actually, no, I'm letting Alex pollute my mind again. I think Agile Scrum Planning Poker is one guess. And JSU Automation Suite for Jira for Workflows.
Okay. Haley?
I'm going to go Clone Plus for Jira and Checklist for Jira.
Sorry, say that again. Clone Plus and Checklist.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Manohar?
I'll go with workflow tools and functions and automation suite for Jira.
All right. I'm glad at least we got one answer correct this time because the right answer is Workflow Essential for Jira and Workflow Tools and Functions. Rest everything is as of now owned by AppFire.
Wow.
You can
See, I
give
don't
5
think-
points, right?
Yes,
I don't
so
spend
5
any time
points
on
for
the
Manohar.
server version.
All right. With that, since Manohar gets 5 points, we move on to Alex again for the next question of the round. Oh, we're actually done, right? We just have 2 more questions, guys. We have one from the general category and one from the Atlassian trivia. Since we are already here, let's continue with the Atlassian trivia. Question, Alex, this is your final question of the Atlassian category. Out of these, go ahead.
Out of this app, which apps are not free for 10 users? So you have to select which of the app is not free for the 10 users now.
Is this
Okay.
2 again?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me here. X-ray test management
Okay.
The second one.
and Big Gantt.
Okay. Chris.
Oh, that's probably what I would have guessed. But I'll go for Zephyr and X-Ray.
Okay.
Okay.
Haley.
I'm going to say Deep Clone for Jira and Planning Poker.
Okay.
Deep clone and
Planning poker.
okay.
Manohar.
Outside Raw.io and Zephyr.
All right. Once again, we get just one of the correct answers. And since that answer was given by Alex first, we're going to give 5 points to Alex. Because the right answer is Tabor Filter for charts for Confluence and X-ray test management for Jira. These are the only 2 apps which are not free for 10 users.
Where's my 5 points? Come on.
Because
Same
Alex
guess.
gave the X-ray.
You gave him
could
no
have given-
feedback. You gave him no. I was guessing in the dark, same as everyone else.
Let's split 5 and
Exactly.
5.
That was the whole point. Otherwise, if I told him that one of the options is correct, then that is taken off, right?
Fair enough. I will stop complaining, especially as I'm probably going to win at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're far
Very
ahead of
humble.
us.
Very humble, Chris. Very humble.
The only reason I knew is because I have read through every page of X-Ray's documentation in the last week, and I saw it free nowhere.
Yes. So, come on, guys. If from Stillsoft and Xblend are looking, give some free apps, guys. There's so many apps that are free for 10 users, and
The thing is with test teams, they're often very small and they're on a separate
that's
instance.
true.
And
That's
I've had this argument before.
All right. That was the last question of the Atlassian category. And as usual in the history, my final question is going to be from the general category. And since Alex answered partly correctly, this is the question to you, Chris. And the final question for the quiz, after which we are going to jump into scores and see how everybody is doing. Chris, this is your question. We're talking about a game here, okay? This game can never end with a player's victory. It ends when the playing field is occupied, as the player can only complete as many lines as possible before an inevitable loss. In some variations, one can inflict penalties on opponents by completing a significant number of lines. This game also gave its name to a syndrome in which people devote so much time and attention to an activity that it begins to pattern through their thoughts, mental images, and dreams. Name the game.
Where do you get
my.
questions like this? What part of the internet do you live in?
Is this what feel? Yeah, this must be what going insane feels like. Can never end in victory. Well, I mean, that reminded me of cricket, just a game that never bloody ends.
There are 2 Indians and 1 Australian on this call. How can you
I know I'm causing offence. I apologise, but I'm less scared of you than the people of Transylvania. So
We've isolated so many people from this call.
You get silver steak sent to your house, Chris.
it's fine. And the syndrome, a game that you can't win, you can only lost with.
inevitable loss? The name also gave its name to a syndrome because of this game. The syndrome is called by the name itself. Since we're still in the first round and like Chris's question, I'm pretty sure all of us have played this game.
I've never played this game. I can assure you that much.
Lines, inevitable loss. I'm going to guess cocaine.
A drug, dude.
No. I thought it was a good guess.
Oh, sadly, no. So we move on. Haley.
Oh, I'm gonna guess Tetris, although I've never heard of that syndrome.
That is the right answer.
How is it Tetris?
It's Tetris because you can literally never win in Tetris. You can just delay the outcome of losing to the game.
The second best guess possible. Amazing.
I never thought that there's never a winner in Tetris.
You cannot. You can only delay it.
I've been playing Tetris since like 95 and I never come across this phenomenon.
Yeah, and it's called, see, if you play it for like a couple of hours, you'll start seeing patterns and images falling. It's actually a medical.
I like how Alex is like, I've been playing Tetris for 20 years and it didn't damage me at all. I'm fine.
My guess was that you can never win in Tetris.
My guess was going to be palindrome, but only because I like the word.
But how is that a game?
I don't know. It sounds like a word that would have applied.
All right. So with that, we come to the end of the game. Astounding show of points by Chris. So I'm just going to announce Chris's points because everybody knows Chris has scored quite fantastically. Chris has scored 65 points with great elegance. Congratulations, Chris.
I did cheat. Yeah.
All right. The second at second position we have Alex, very close 30. Congratulations.
Only
Alex.
half? Ooh.
Very close.
Very close at third position we have Manohar at 25 points.
Ooh.
Congratulations, Manohar. And Haley with the opening round in the last question, sadly. But the best guess that I would say, that was my favorite question. I always hold off my favorite question for the last question. With Tetris, Haley gets 10 points. And partly for, I think, staying up till 2 a.m., we can give her 10 points extra.
Sure.
Thank you, guys. Such an amazing quiz. I loved it. Chris moves on to the next round. Maintains the dominance of Old Street Solutions, going to fight alongside Andy and Morgan, his fellow winners from Old Street Solutions. They just somehow keep
that
finding
starts
ways
sounding
to
like a
win.
coup over there, man. What's going on?
somehow these guys just keep on winning.
This is the payback for me winning. Is you're gonna all get the opportunity to watch Andy or Morgan destroy me, just wipe the floor with me.
No.
But,
They can't fall for that because that's how you led the last 2 weeks, and you completely annihilated us.
Just everyone, please keep underestimating me. Like, to all my friends, to all my haters, continue to underestimate me. Thank you. Thanks
All right,
so
thank
much.
you, everybody.
Take
Have
care.
a good day. Good night.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.